Yo, what's going on, guys? Top of the evening. I'm going to take a little bit different approach to this evening's video. I'm not going to be my joking self. I'm disgusted, sick. I don't know what I am. But the one thing I do know is I am convinced, and we've all known the stock market for decades and decades and decades. The more we uncover, the more things I read, the more things I see, I am 1,000% convinced that you can take away any mob movie, any mob story, John Gotti, Sammy the Bull, racketeering, all the bullshit, any movie you want to take. This whole entire system is the biggest rigged casino mafia bullshit that I've ever seen in my entire life. And just the stuff that you savages have uncovered the last couple of days here. Bear with me, you guys, through this whole video. If you have not seen any of this, please let me go through this and explain. But I am 1,000,000% convinced, and I've said this before as well. I always say that I've said this before. Well, I hate sounding repetitive. Screw all these rules, screw everything else, screw all of this. SEC, DTC, CCC, ICC, UCC, whatever the fuck they are, okay? The only way we are going to beat these guys is buy this stock and hold this stock. We basically have already done that, completed it. But the filthy, disgusting shit that I am pulling up here and reading has just got me disgusted. Absolutely beyond words. Look at this. Let's open up with this. You guys bear with me again to the end of this son of a gun, please. The SEC is allowing 5-count felon JP Morgan Chase to trade its own bank stock in its own frickin' dark pools, okay? JP Morgan Chase is unique among the mega banks on Wall Street, and not in a good way. Its own largest federally insured bank in the United States, despite a rap sheet that would make the Gambino crime family jealous. It has been charged by the U.S. Department of Justice with 5 felony counts since 2014. And guess who's been in charge since then? The chair, whatever this dickhead, Jamie Dimon. I touched on him 2.5 months ago. On we concentrate on Ken Griffin. This guy is a piece of shit. He truly is. How this guy is not busted is beyond me. I'm going to try to pull back some of those old videos. It was an old interview that he did somewhere. Whatever. It doesn't even matter on tonight's activities. Okay? So they have admitted to all of them. The felonies. 5 felonies admitted. Okay? JP Morgan Chase is also the only American bank to ever been fined for using depositors' money to gamble its derivatives in London and lost $6.2 billion of that money. Jamie Dimon was the chairman and CEO as well. JP Morgan Chase is the only federally insured bank in the United States to be charged with 2 felony counts for helping to facilitate the largest Ponzi scheme in history, the Bernie Madoff looting of thousands of investors. That's just the beginning, folks. Right? Read that again. The SEC is allowing 5-count felon. The SEC is allowing 5-count felon. JP Morgan Chase. Shout out to our boy over here. This has been floating around today. Old Tom Majeski on the LinkedIn over here. You can't even make this up. No wonder the SEC has been able to do much. SEC does not have jurisdiction over future swaps. The CFTC does. The Community Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, is the government entity responsible for regulating the U.S. derivatives market that is being exploited and abused, enable the SHF's manipulation. Citadel, always with his hands in his cookie jar. Yes, they are, and there's way more to come, folks. So here's this little thing Tom put together here. Community Futures Trading Commission. Mr. Rostin Benham took over in January of 2021, preceded by Heath Tarbert. Heath Tarbert, right here, handsome-looking fella, 14th chairman of the Community Futures Trading Commission. Oh, as of April 6, 2021, he is the chief legal officer of Citadel Securities. Okay. Now, on to this. There's a couple more to go here, guys. Bear with me. Shout out to this savage over here. Cleared ×1 on the AMC stock Reddit page. Former head of Fed. We don't even need to read it. Let's just start right here. This is what apes are up against. Apes must build their mental strength and their diamond hands. Buy and hold. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. Bernie Bernanke, chair of the Fed Reserve from February 1, 2006 to January 31st, 2014. This is one of the most powerful positions in the world. Guess where he is now? Senior advisor to Citadel. You guys, I'll pop the link in there if you want to pop on these links to confirm everything. Okay, so there's old Ben. Now he was on the chair Fed Reserve. Now he is the senior advisor to Citadel. Second one, most recent head of the CFTC, Heath Tarbert. We did that one. Now is the legal chief officer at Citadel. SEC former director Stephen Leparo. Now general counsel at Citadel. SEC former officials now working at Citadel. Greg Berman, lead investigator at SEC from 2010 flash crash, works at Citadel. Glenn Nixon, head Midas platform with SEC uses to monitor markets, now works at Citadel. FINRA, former people working at Citadel. Seth Levy, senior director of FINRA for 4 years, responsible for conducting investigations of broker-dealers, now global head of surveillance at Citadel. John, whatever the hell his name is, FINRA former executive VP of market regulation, now works at Citadel. Nick Maslin, whatever the hell, head of surveillance unit at FINRA, now works at Citadel. Get where we're going here? See what we're up against here, folks? Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And there's one more to go. The old CFTC page itself, Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Look at Dorothy here. Dorothy D. DeWitt is the Director of Divisions of Market Oversight, DMO, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. In her role, she is responsible for the oversight and derivatives platform and swap data repositories and the CFTC's market intelligence initiatives. Okay, so what did Mrs. DeWitt do prior to that? She previously served in senior legal and compliance roles for Citadel Securities, a broker-dealer and swaps dealer. Yeah. Let that sink in. I am 1,000% convinced, you guys, and you've heard me say this since Gary Gensler got into office, that I'm a big fan of him, okay? I think I'm going to shut up saying that. Because no matter what we do, no matter what we see, no matter DD this, T plus 35, T plus 21, September 1, I am truly convinced now, you guys, because remember, these guys, it's not like they're just showing up at these hedge funds and we're going to work and let's try to lower the stock down today and short it. It's way beyond that. And the one fucking thing that is going to bust these guys is to buy the stock, hold the stock, and shut the fuck up. And then we got more talk, and I'll touch on that in a minute, with these options chains, and everybody's an idiot for buying options. I mean, this shit didn't come up until 2 months ago. I made a killing on options. I exercised my options, and now I own about 3,000 more shares than I did with my options. So, again, you guys, yeah. Let's listen to Jamie. I love Jamie's, like, one of the most calming, inspirational dudes that I've ever listened to. I find myself, his TA breakdowns, he'll do the live streams. I'll watch those at night just to listen to him talk. It's like watching the news the next day. Okay, that's how sharp this guy is. And another shout out over to Jackson Hunter for putting this 2-minute clip together. If you have not seen that, listen to that, share that, tweet that, do whatever you got to do with it, drop it off at the neighbor's house. But outstanding on both of these. But listen to Jamie, and shout out to the Jist, too, for having him on there. If you guys have not seen this, I'll pop this in there. Jamie's a pleasure to listen to. Absolute genius, pleasure to listen to. Listen for 1 second.
These things, I was obviously looking more and more at GameStop and seeing how roaring Keith Gill was handling himself, so admirably. And then was watching and doing live stream in the congressional hearing where he was talking about how he perceived the market from a perspective of a retail trader, and the whole thing was set up in quite what felt to be quite an accusatory manner and directed at him and the retail, when it had only happened because Vlad and Ken had made sure allegedly had made sure the buy button disappeared. So I was watching that congressional hearing, and to that point, most of my message had been delivered in a humorous tone, and I'd never really got that angry. And it got to the point where somebody asked Roaring Kitty how many people were in the room with him, and of course he said he was alone. And then they asked Ken Griffin how many people were in the room with him, and he said, I think 8 or 9. And those 8 or 9 people were clearly highly paid lawyers who were making sure he said exactly the right thing at exactly the right time. And I got so angry that imbalance in the markets had made its way to Congress and was facing down a guy just like you or me in an incredibly intimidating environment, when he was, to many people, an example of how you can change your life and change the world. And I felt like, you think you're going to do this? You think you're going to get away with this? Like, no, he's not alone. He might be in his room alone, but there are millions of us in rooms alone across the world. Millions of us. And we're coming for you.
Outstanding. Tradespotting Jamie. I'll pop his YouTube in there if you're not familiar with him. I'm sure you guys are. Outstanding. Outstanding Jackson for putting this little 2-minute clip. You guys, if you have not seen that, I'll pop it in. Share it. Okay? Do we even need to look at this shit? This is the same thing here. Okay? The fees going up, I seen from 1% to 5%. Everybody's talking about that today. I don't think that's the biggest of deals. We've watched this thing go from 1% up to, way the hell up there. Whatever. I'm not into it, guys, tonight. I am pissed off. Dark pool, same thing again. Do we even need to share this again? I know I say it every night. 65%. 96 million. 62 million out of the 96 million. That's it. Jesus, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not down. I'm just beyond disgusted. Pissed off. And then the whole thing with this thing with the options trading. Okay, I think truly a lot of this is the talk of this is people get pissed off and want to talk about it. I didn't see any of this shit until about 2 months ago. After the run up to $70 is when all these dum-dums went in there and bought crazy out of the money calls. I've had options. I've had a ton of them that expired out of the money prior to this, but when we ran up to 70, I made a killing. So, yeah, it's pretty much common sense. If you're buying you have better luck going down to the gas station and buying a lotto ticket than buying these huge monster out of the money calls. You guys, this was pretty good to read through though too, so I'll pop it in there. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Yeah, it's pretty much common sense. I think a lot of it is, people aren't used to. They're seeing this running, and you're buying these crazy out of the money call options. Just inexperience is what it boils down to. But again, you guys, the only thing we need to do with all of this horse shit that we went through here, shout out to everybody that put this all together. I am 1,000% convinced we know what is going to break these guys. How they're going to win right now is if we sell this stock. Screw any more of the options. Screw any more of anything. Screw any more of, I'm not saying read anything in the DD. I love it all and I will continue to do it. But whatever you can afford, not financial advice, buy the damn stock. Hold the damn stock. And we're going to win. End of story. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Sorry for the down video, but yeah.